right, good evening, everyone. Happy New Year again. I'd like to call the Hammond Redevelopment Commission meeting to order on this Tuesday, January 17th, 2023. It is now 4:30. The meeting will begin. Can you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence after.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, thank you, Commissioner.
I forgot about that. She did too.
Yeah, can we get a roll call on tonight's commissioners?
Here.
Soto Presley?
Here.
Gray?
Here.
Myrick?
Here.
Buckridge?
Here, for the record tonight, all five are present. Okay, number 3 is declaration of conflict of interest. Okay, number 4, communications.
None were received.
Okay, thank you. Brings us to number 5, our minutes dating December 6th, 2022 and December 20th, 2022 minutes.
Mr. President, I've looked them over, and I make a motion to approve the minutes for the Hammond Redevelopment Commission for December 6, 2022, and December 20th, 2022.
I second that.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Toman, seconded by Commissioner Soto Presley. Is there any further questions or discussion or even an addition or correction before we take a roll call?
Talmadge?
Yes?
Soto Presley?
Yes.
Gray?
Yes.
Myrick?
Yes.
Buckridge?
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. Number 6, authorization to advertise for sale of HRC property commonly known as 5244 to 5246 Holman Avenue.
Members of the Commission, if you look in your packet, you will find a copy of the request for proposals for the sale of HR property commonly known as 5244 to 5246, also known as the Indiana Building. That building is owned by this commission. At this time, we're requesting authorization for the sale of that, to receive proposals for the sale of that building, or the authorization to advertise, and we would receive proposals for the sale of that building.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Myrick, seconded by Commissioner Tomich. Let's have a roll call, please.
Talmadge?
Yes?
Soto Presley?
Yes.
Gray?
Yes.
Myrick?
Yes.
Buckridge?
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. Okay, number 7 is approval of proposal for professional engineering services for Sportsplex parking lot design at 1647-18 167th Street and 1815 167th Street.
Members of the Commission, if you look in your packet, you will find a proposal for professional engineering services. This is for the area by the Sportsplex. As many of you know, we have a lot of development that's taking place there. The Sportsplex is doing very well as the proposed development for the YMCA. So we're trying to look for as much available parking as possible because, as many of you know, if you ride past now with some of the tournaments that take place at the Sportsplex, they're utilizing all the space available. So we're looking at some of the space that's considered somewhat dead space that we own that we can potentially do some parking on. And so the property that's identified here is owned by the Redevelopment Commission, but we would like to have an engineering study done to see how large the parking lot can be, how many cars can actually park there, so we can work with the YMCA and the other and the Sportsplex regarding having enough parking so we don't have any type of issues with people parking in the neighborhood. Or rather, so it's adequate parking for all the services that will be there.
I'm glad we're using Nees Engineering. They're from Hammond. They're just down the street from Purdue.
Mr. President, I had one question for Ms. Tarver. And in the proposal, it said the feasibility of constructing a building and the parking lot. Is that a building being considered, or was it
It should be just a parking lot.
Garage of some sort?
At this point, it's just a parking lot, to my understanding, but I'll get further clarification because it is my understanding it's just going to be surface level parking.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of the proposal for professional engineering services for Sportsplex parking lot design at 1647 through 16-18, sorry, 167th Street and 1815 167th Street.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Tomich, seconded by Commissioner Myrick. Is there any further questions or discussion? Okay, roll call.
Talmadge,
Yes.
Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. Number 8's approval proposal for Hassey Construction Company Incorporated for repairs at the Indiana Building, 5246 Holman Avenue.
So members of the commission, numbers 8 and 9 sort of go together, even though they're two separate items. As many of you know, about 2 weeks ago, we had some really cold weather, some below zero temperatures. During that time, a pipe burst in the Indiana building. There was substantial damage done as far as after the pipe burst. There was some water damage, and now what we're looking to do is actually repair it and then potentially mitigate that so that we won't run into that problem again. I've been working with the building commissioner, Bob Vale, regarding possible options, and we've worked. So Sawyer came out, and Sawyer is working with Hassey to remove some of the piping from the exterior wall to the interior wall, so we won't run into that problem again. One of the issues that we ran into is that the building isn't insulated after one of the adjacent building was demolished. So what we have to do is move those pipes to the middle, to inside the building, so that they don't have to deal with the elements anymore. They're not hit with, regardless of how cold it may be. So that's why Sawyer is working with Hassey regarding that. So the first item for you is for Hassey as well, and the second item will be Sawyer Plumbing. Hassey said that theirs is mainly going to be, they know what the scope of work is going to be, but they're really going to be able to see it once they open things up and look. So you see, one has an actual amount, a not to exceed amount from Sawyer. The other one has more of an hourly amount because it's going to be based on how much time they put into it, and then they can give us a more definitive quote after that.
So do we need to address these separately, or can we?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If there's no further questions, Mr. President, if there's no further questions or discussions, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of proposal from Hassey Construction Incorporated for repairs at the Indiana Building at 5246 Holman Avenue.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Myrick, seconded by Commissioner Tomich. That's for the approval, proposal for Hassey Construction Company Incorporated for repairs at Indiana Building, 5246 Holman Avenue. Let's have a roll call, please.
Talmadge,
Yes.
Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes.
Mr. President, I'd like to make, stop laughing at me. If there's no further questions or discussions, I'd like to make a motion for the approval of proposal from Sawyer Plumbing Incorporated for repairs at the Indiana Building located at 5246 Holman Avenue.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Myrick, seconded by Commissioner Tomich. That's for the approval of the proposal for Sawyer Plumbing Incorporated for repairs at Indiana Building, 5246 Holman Avenue. Roll call, please.
Talmadge,
Yes.
Soto Presley,
Yes.
Gray,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes with 5 yes. Okay, it brings us to number 10, our bills, register of claims.
Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion to pay the register of claims for December 19, 2022 through January 12th, 2023 for a register of claims R62605 through R62723 inclusive.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion by Commissioner Soto Presley, second by Commissioner Tomich. That's the Register of Claims dating December 19, 2022 through January 12, 2022. Claim R62605 through claim R62723 inclusive. Is there any questions on these claims for staff? We have Karen Janica here tonight. She can answer anything for you guys. Okay, then roll call, please.
Talmadge,
Yes.
Soto Presley,
Yes.
Corray,
Yes.
Myrick,
Yes.
Poppridge.
Yes, motion passes, 5 yes. All right, number 11 is our reports. Ms. Africa Tarver, would you like to share anything tonight?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank the members of the commission and staff that were able to attend the annual MLK celebration that was held yesterday at the Hammond Civic Center. It is my opinion that it was one of the best MLK celebrations that we've had. And as many of you know, it is an annual event to commemorate the lifetime and various achievements of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. But I also want to thank staff that helped out a lot, because as many of you know, events are not one person or one department. We all work together to get things done for the benefit of the community. So it was just a very nice event, and we always are very appreciative when not only members of the community but also members of the commission can attend events such as that.
Yes, I agree.
It was one of the warmer ones too, wasn't it?
I'm sorry?
One of the warmer ones?
It was a warmer day yesterday. Yeah, that's usually one of the coldest events of the year because it's the first event of the year. So, but it was it was very nice. It didn't even start raining until after the event.
Yeah.
Yep. Well said. Thank you, Ms. Tarver.
You're welcome.
All right, number 12, new and unfinished businesses. Is there anything?
Nothing at this time.
Okay. Then number 13 is public comment. If anybody wants to come speak, you may do so. You have 3 minutes. Public comment is open. Public comment is open. Okay, then public comment's closed. Public comment is closed. Number 14.
Mr. President, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
We have a motion, a second. Can you all signify by aye?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Meeting is adjourned.